How's everybody doing? So check this out. I want to make a video for the people in Korea. So as you can see, maybe behind me is the Camp Humphreys, Pyeongtaek, Pangsung area. And as you know, there is a mysterious virus going around that's plaguing the world that YouTube does not want anybody to talk about. But it's preventing people from getting out and enjoying nature or playing outside and, you know, interacting. People are kind of going nuts. So anyway, I had a conversation with a guy I know recently. I hadn't seen in a while, and he's in the military, and he's like, had nothing to do. So I told him about, hey, like I mentioned in another video about Neri Park, which is like over that way, and all this, he's like, wow, what's that? And so to follow up, you know, and I explained to him, hey, yeah, you can go camping over there, all kinds of stuff. But as I mentioned in that video, though, I also pointed out that that's a cool place to kind of take your family to, and that's a cool place. You know, it's got the swings and everything, go running, bicycle, and it's actually pretty nice. But I also said, hey, when it comes to camping, it's this side of the river I want to go to. You know, so what I want to, this video is for people who, like, you're in this area, you don't know where to go, what to do. It'll help. I'm just going to make a short video about some of the things around here you can do. Now, as you can see, you got asphalt here. This, not asphalt, this, I don't know, soft material that the Koreans use. I forget, rubber stuff that they use for the trails. You can go bicycling and stuff here. But what you're going to see on this little video is like, maybe like even behind me, you can see this, like they like to do fishing down here. You can go fishing, all kinds of stuff. And yes, I'm wearing a mask because we are under orders to wear masks when we step off base, when we go outside in public. It is an order from the mayor of Pyeongtaek down to USFK, down to us. So that's why I'm wearing this, even though it might look silly and all. All right, so let's turn this camera around. Okay, so let's just take a short tour. So now there is a construction project going on here, unfortunately. You can see part of it there. And that bridge is what separates, let's just call it Neri Park side, the nice civilized side, to the wild side. And you can see some of here marshlands. You can see the wilderness over there. All that will lead way over to Pyeongtaek and beyond, which I hinted at or talked about in the previous video. Same here. This side will go all the way up there. And if you were to follow this, especially on that side, to its logical conclusion, that'll take you up to Anseong City, or Anseong, I should say, sorry. So anyway, let's go take a short hike through here. Like I said, I've mentioned before, I like to go hiking back here sometimes. I have gone camping back here. And I'm not going to show you, though, my personal places where I like to go. I like to think of it as a secret, if you will. There's some interesting places to go. And so I think what's going on is they're working on a pedestrian bridge to go across, or one of the spots you would come here and walk in through. Anyway, so it looks like they're building a pedestrian bridge to go along this traffic bridge. No, I don't want to, what's that word we like to say nowadays? Gaslight, highlight, whatever. I don't want to, you know, people may not be one on camera, so I'm not going to focus a lot on these fishermen. I'm just walking through here. I will say this, though, about this area. Oh, look, a little puppy. Dogs have become really popular in Korea in the last decade. And I guess as Koreans become more affluent, they're starting to they adopt more and more Western, what do you want to call it, habits. So things like owning pet dogs and stuff are becoming more and more normal. There you go. My little girl, she loves puppies, man. She wants one so bad. All right, yeah, so you got back here. Now, I will say, we've done camping, like, back here. Like, I used to have a really big tent, like a 10-man tent, me and some buddies. This is like when I first moved here in 2015. We set up around back over there where those cars are right now. It was fun. Trying to make a fire that night, though, wasn't so easy because all you had was these little brushes and stuff to cook some food with. That wasn't so hot. But yeah, they'll come back here fishing and camping. The big bummer is, look how dirty this place is, though. See, look at that. You got like rusted cans, you got trash everywhere. That's annoying, I'm gonna be honest. And it's a big turn off. it's kind of frustrating about a lot of Korea. I know America, we have our pollution too, but we have more conscious environmentalism overall throughout the United States and probably other parts of the world, in the Western world at least, than we do in Korea. It's one of my things. It's like kind of like what I hinted about last video about saying how Koreans like to get back to nature without getting back to nature. It's kind of that type of mentality. It's like you get the Koreans. So it's like, yeah, we like getting back to nature, but we don't like preserving nature. Yeah, we like getting back to nature, but we just don't. And you'll see it. It's anyway. I know I'm rambling. I'm not an environmentalist per se, tree hugger to use extreme. But it makes no sense. Why would you not want your environment to be clean? Why would you want filth and garbage? It just ruins it for everybody. But anyway, rambling over. So you got this here. Now you can see you got all this grass here and stuff. So what we're going to do, let's cut up through here. And we'll get back onto the trail and I'll take you that way. You want to be careful through here because there's a lot of marsh. See, like right there? See all that? So it's real easy to get fall in some water. You have a lot of brambles. As the season goes on, this will all be covered with spider webs. There are tons, just millions of spiders around here. I've made videos in the past, the kingdom of the spiders. Yes, they're mildly poisonous. And so when you go camping in this area, if you want to come back here, let me give you a hint. I love to go tarp camping, but I always bring a tent when I'm back here. It's not worth it because it's just so many of those spiders that even like I have to have a tent because the spiders, when you wake up in the morning, they'll be crawling on the top of your tent. They'll be making webs. So you want to have that protection. And I also recommend, I don't have it with me because I'm filming right now, is to bring a machete or something. If you stay up there where that hill is and stuff, you don't need it. Just walk around up there. But if you're going to come back here like me, because I like being back in the wooded area, yeah, you're going to want to bring a machete. And you can get those at local Korean farming stores. Panda Farm, or Panda Palm, right up the street from Brownstone sells them. And the local PX sells them. So bring something to help cut and navigate through this. And Jeepers Creepers. Where am I going on this? Okay, so I went through the grass and everything and finally went onto the trail back to here. So we're going to start back at the beginning. That's okay. Now, one of the interesting things about this place, you wouldn't know it, but there's a lot of deer that live in this area and other wildlife. There's no metdeji. Metdeji, by the way, are the wild boars. You won't see that here, at least I've never have. But you will find quite a bit of deer. So I went ahead, walked through the creeks. You see where that hill is there? The hump, the two humps, and right through the creek. There's a trail there. I call it a creek because when it starts getting a lot of rain, you'll have water through there. Cutting through all this, making my way to the river right there. Now, if you watch this video, I want to recommend that you come out and start exploring literally now. And the reason is, later on, see how this grass is here all brown and dead? Okay, pretty easy for me to walk across. In fact, as I'm filming this, it's pretty easy for me. You can see it yourself. Easy. But when this gets grown up, this will be a tangled mess. You will have your spider webs. You will have your ground hornet, though not many, thankfully. This will catch your feet. You will not be able to see in front of you. So this is what you do. By the way, this is a cool thing about winter camping. Is when you're in wintertime, or not even camping, sorry, like hiking, you should go exploring. You use the wintertime and say even early spring, like right now, to do some reconnaissance. Because at this time, everything's easy to navigate, easy to see. So you would go out, do some reconnaissance, and get the lay of the land. So that way, when summertime hits, and in Korea, it's going to be super lush, and it's going to go all the way up to October, maybe early November. It's still going to have this nice lush look to it. So even in the autumn, it'll be difficult to navigate. So get your maps. You know, come out here, recon. Make a mental note of what you're doing, and take it from there. Now, I'm going to stop this, and I want to just show you something fun. Stand by. Okay, for the outdoor junkies and gear people, just have a fun little conversation. Check this out. So, everybody knows we use like Multicam in the U.S. Army now. So, I have this tri-zip backpack in Multicam, and this is 8 years old. I got this in 2012. So, it's had plenty of time outside, and the Multicam is kind of faded. But the point is, and this is why I bring this up, if you notice, again, this time of the year, it's just transition season. It's dead, but we got a little green. Multicam was designed to work in transition areas, in particular Afghanistan. So like if you want to test your camo out and have some fun, you can actually come out to a place like this and see what green camouflage works in a transition area. You know, it's kind of a decent place to test out some of the camouflage. And to back that point up, now keep your eye on that, right? Step away. You know, it's obviously not the best. I just threw it on the ground and started filming, but just for fun, think about, hey, you know, if you were just walking along though, not paying attention, maybe you see it, maybe you don't. What about over there in some green? Might be a little bit better. Put it in this shade here. Mix it up with some greens with a little bit of dead vegetation. What do you think? Is that easier to see? Harder to see? You know, obviously, well, I won't say obviously, but just think of this. Look right now. See how you've got this lush green right here? Now compare that to your Multicam or OCP, as the Army likes to use. There's a contrast. Bright green, faded green, or even a darker green. So just a camouflage lesson. Make sure, it's kind of hard in the Army, because we got to wear something that looks like this, that when you blend in, that your gear will match the surrounding environment. Now, again, transition, wait until late autumn, when things start dying and all this starts mixing, the dead and the green start mixing together. You're gonna see how all that beige, see that yellowish and beige, it's gonna start mixing with this. The browns will start mixing. This will start turning light green. And this is all gonna mix together a lot better. Come summer though, if you were to go hiding out here in your Multicam uniform, depending on how good of a job you do, you risk being caught, because the uniforms are gonna be this fadish type green versus the bright green here. Keep that in mind. But let's go have another fun conversation. So now, there's that. What else do you see? Ooh, what's that? What's that over there? So again, we're gonna have a conversation about winter camouflage. So right here I have a British fascia tent. This is in top of my head. I can't remember what the British call it exactly, but this is the desert camo pattern, okay? The Basha tent is actually like a tarp, 6 by 8 feet, really nice quality. And I'm going to bring this for our conversation, because when people think winter, see my air quote? And we'll put winter, they think snow and cold. But that's not always the correct case. That's not always the case, right? It's not, and having winter camouflage is not all about having white camos on. Sometimes you need to have desert camos. Look at this environment. Dead. Look how similar this looks to this. The only disadvantage of this particular model, again, I got this cheap, that's one reason I bought it, is see these really big splotches here? They stand out compared to the light strands here. But as a general principle, you can see here, like just mix this together, how something desert could be used in an environment like this in the winter, especially a winter like of 2019 and early 2020. where we didn't have a lot of snow. It was cold, mixed with some mild weather, so it could get up to the 50s like today. But not a lot of snow, not a lot of white. The camouflage was, you were having to mix in with this. So just keep that in mind. You might want to keep this in mind for your camping. Like, hey, I'd like to do some stealth camping, or, you know, survival evasion stuff. The BLISS principle, BLISS, for those who took their, what is it, Evasion 101 course they make us do online now or whatever. You know, something like this can mix in with that. So anyway, let's leave this gear here. And I just want to take a little look at the river, and we're going to call this quits. Ah, yes, here we are, the beautiful Anseong River. Yes, I am saying a little bit of sarcasm here. That's one thing about Korea, and it's just a fact. Like a lot of industrial worlds, rivers are dirty, especially a small country like Korea that's heavily industrialized and stuff. Lots of dirty. Neri Park is over there. Your camping ground is over there for Neri Park, right? Now, that's Riverside Apartments. You would take the bridge. They have a little access pathway, I guess you would call it, whatever you want to call it. You go up there, you could go that way, or you go back to Camp Humphreys over there. The closest point to Camp Humphreys, if Neri Park is there, 400 meters over there, we're like, maybe you're talking about roughly a kilometer to Camp Humphreys, okay? That's the wall. You are 30 minutes by walking, roughly 30 minutes from the main gate. From Dongchari Gate, you were roughly, what, maybe 10 minutes from here by walking? Roughly a 10-minute walk. All right. I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video. I've already went on longer than I thought, but I do hope you found it useful, entertaining, etc. So, if you have any questions, hey, please like, share, everything. Thanks a lot. Bye. Here's the bike entrance. You go there, come down, go that way under the bridge. That takes Pyeongtaek. Or go to Anseong City that way. There we go.